Hi, I'm Donna Dewberry, the original creator of the FolkArt one-stroke painting technique. Welcome to the Let's Paint Studio right here at Plaid. Learning to paint has never been as easy as when I teach you how to load a brush with multiple colors where you can blend, shade, and highlight with one stroke of the brush. Our new program with Let's Paint FolkArt One Stroke this year is going to be all about learning how to paint 50 different types of flowers. And as you can imagine, 50 flowers makes the possibility endless to be able to paint floral designs. I'm thrilled that you've chosen to join me on this one-stroke journey. So let's paint. Today's lesson is a cherry blossom, and it's going to be a whole branch of cherry blossoms. So we're going to have fun doing this. We have a reusable teaching guide. We have FolkArt multi-surface paint, which I love. And the colors for that are wicker white, magenta, then we're using some yellow ochre and some licorice. And we're using one-stroke brushes, number 12 flat, and a number 2 script liner. And we are going to get started by turning this over and working on all my strokes. And the strokes that I'm sharing with you today on here are going to be simple strokes you paint over and over on the reusable teaching guide, wipe it off and paint again. So it's going to be wonderful for that learning process. So we dampen our brush, lay it on the paper towel, and then we're going to pick up by splitting the brush in our double loader, working that in, splitting it again, working this in, and there we go. So we want to be 2/3 to 3/4 full on this brush, all right? Now, I have a little brush stroke here for you to try. I also have all kinds of instruction in here with the brush and the paint so that it will be easy for you to follow while you're practicing on here. So see how nice that is? Now we're going to come here and there's 2 lines right here. So you follow the arrow and it's got a little bit of a wave and then it comes back down. So that's a single petal. So we've got 5 petals here. So this is how it makes it easy for you. The first petal, then you come over here and have a little bit of a wave for the second petal. Come over here for a third. And you just keep stroking in here till you get all 5 petals in here. And then all you do is add a little center. And all we did was touch the corner of the brush with magenta and filling it in. Then what makes it really nice are these little stamens. So if I come in here with a little bit of wicker white on your 2 script liner, then you're just going to come in here and do these little teeny lines. All right, so they're going to come all across here. All right, you touch, pull, and have some in front. All right, and then we're going to come back later and put little dots on the ends, not every end, but just go around in a circle and dot the little stamens on the top of here. Okay, so that's the flower itself. Now we're going to come here and do a bud. All right, so we come here and go up and around, and then we can come down here and do the curve for the bottom of that bud. Okay, so now here's a profile. Now what you want to do is you want to practice this, because all we're going to do is put a little branch, and then these all are painted onto the branch. So that's the back layer. Now all you do now is come right here, pick up more fresh white, wicker white, and then that's the second layer. The second way that you can do, you'll see some of my petals that I did the 3 back, and then the 4th one I just did one that was rolling up. Okay, so there's a couple ways. You can start it here and push down and just stand up. So it makes it really easy for you to get a blossom that looks cute. It looks nice or realistic, and it's all with putting one petal on top of another. So I teach how to do each stroke and then how to build it to a flower. Now what I want to do is I want to come here and mix these colors. So I'm going to do magenta and yellow ochre. and we're going to make a brown. Okay, so we're working this all in. It's going to have a pinkish tone. I want enough to do the brown branch here, and then I picked up a little bit of licorice. Let's see, I'm tapping that, blending it. There you have, and a little bit more pink because the branches sometimes have that reddish look. All right, so I've got that paint. I just came here to see if you're going to see what that looks like. It's going to have the same look. You're going to come up here and do a little bit of a branch on the chisel. So we're up on this chisel right here. And we also pulled these little stems to get a side view of the flower. All right, like right here. Okay, so I went ahead and showed you the whole thing because we're not learning leaves or anything because they don't have the leaves on there right now when they have all the pretty blossoms. So make sure that you have this right here. You got, this is what we're painting, but I want you to have the worksheet right here in front of us so you can see what it's going to look like, how we make these strokes. So I'm going to come right here and I have more of a branch, and then I make really thin little light limbs that come out from that. Now I want to do a Y there, and look, when you do a Y, you start here and split it up, and a little bit more. And these are kind of just really relaxed little vines. They're not perfect. They're putting the flowers on them. They'll be fine. Okay? Now I'm going to wash that off, and now we're going to work on those flowers that you just practiced with me. These are my actual strokes, so you know exactly how hard to push or when not to push or put pressure. All right, so we're going to pick up the white and the magenta again. Plenty of white. All right, so we're going to do that first stroke again. So let's come over, right, let's go right up here. And we are going to make a little bit of a ripple and come around. I could go right here where I was loading because there's still paint there. All right, so I'm just going to do another side view and then going to fill in, okay? So here's the back, all right? And then I'm going to come in and that's not showing, so I get a little bit more white. Okay, so that's pretty big. I'm going to make some of them smaller, but I'm going to go and fill them in. The only thing I wanted to show you is this little bud here. If we come and do a couple of those, okay, so I can come down here and I'm going to do a little scoop for the base and a little white top on that. So it's 2 strokes, 1 scoop of the dark and a light scoop there. Okay, we can do it up here too. So I'm going to finish these and paint the rest of these flowers. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of brown mix that we've done and kind of pull those stems to here, both sides. I'm just going to grab the bud, grab those buds, and make sure that this is attached. Okay, I'm going to take the corner of this brush with maybe a little bit of brown and magenta, and we tap this in here. Just have a few of these. Okay, and then we're going to take our script liner. So we want to get wicker white, and we put a teeny bit of water in here. We roll the brush, got water dripping there. We roll it so we have a really thin, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come right in here. All the way around, and these make it so nice and delicate. Okay, so I can pull a few in here, like they're peeping through a couple of these places. Okay, now we're going to get some of this brown, and we're just going to tap these tops. Okay. I had so much fun today sharing how easy it is to paint these flowers. They turned out gorgeous. Remember, practicing on the reusable teaching guides right over my strokes gives you so much painting confidence. Thank you for joining me here in the studio. And remember, we just learned one more of the flowers from the A to Z one-stroke floral painting sets. And I would love for you to take pictures and share them on our Let's Paint with Plaid Facebook group by hashtagging Let's Paint Challenge. Come on, everybody, let's paint.